As of writing this, there are 5 dungeons currently in Right to Fight: the Steel Dungeon, the Skyrise Dungeon, the Coliseum, the Jeff Dojo, and the Sewers. Today, I want to rank all of these dungeons and give my opinion as to which dungeon is the best dungeon. Keep in mind, this is only an opinion, and I actually recommend you guys to make your own dungeon list in the comments down below. I'll be ranking the dungeons based on 3 things: decoration, how the maps look and how appealing I think they are, pacing, how I think all the enemies are scattered around, how the difficulty works and picks up, and how good the final bosses were. Lastly, fun. Fun is self-explanatory, basically how fun it is to play the dungeon. I will rate all of these from 10 and get the average as the total score. So yeah, let's do it. The Sewers dungeon is the worst dungeon in my opinion. It is the only dungeon that I feel like is visually bland. All other dungeons look at least decent in its decoration, but with the Sewers, this just looks fucking awful. All the others have good to great decoration, and I feel like Rolf just didn't really try for this one. I really want to see the Sewers remade with updated visuals and stuff like that in the future. As for pacing, I would say this is something that the Rolf devs constantly get right. The 100 monkeys that come after you is a nice addition that took me 20 minutes to beat during my first try, and I like the inclusions of RPGs in this. All the other dungeons have NPCs wielding pistols and AKs. The boring shit, or the only place that you can find people wielding RPGs is here. And the monkey bosses as the boss fight is a nice touch. However, I think this is far and away the worst dungeon in Right to Fight. I'm giving this a 2.63 with a total of 4 out of 10. I like the Coliseum's purpose and theme. I like how people come in waves in this, and it's a great change of pace from the other dungeons. The Coliseum is a nice area with seats that never get filled, a circular arena, and you have to go through a few waves of enemies, ranging from incredibly easy to very difficult. I can't believe they slipped in Mikey with the other normies. However, this is the only dungeon that leaves you without a boss fight. Mikey might count as a boss fight because its difficulty is relative to that, but depending on random chance, he might appear on the first or last wave, so I don't really count him as a boss fight. The Coliseum keeps the pressure up, and that's what I like about it, but holy shit, the bonuses that they give is fucking criminal. You get $2,000 on normal, and if you play on easy, you get $600, which is which is a laughable amount. 7, 7, and 4 on this one, giving a total of 6 out of 10. I know this might be a controversial choice, but having the Jeff Dojo, the dungeon that literally only has one room, over stuff like the Coliseum and the Sewers, which are both decked out with actual paths. But hear me out. The Jeff Dojo is incredibly fun to play. It's all at once, there is no wait time for this dungeon, all the enemies are there right in front of you, and I love how hard it is at the start when they try to swarm you, especially at the harder difficulties. The Jeff Dojo has really nice decoration as well, like a few punching bags and some katanas. The whole vibe of Jeff Dojo is just really good and fits the theme. It feels like I'm walking into an actual dojo instead of the Sewers, which is just trash. And the final boss, which appears along with the rest of the people. I don't know, the concept of having a final boss with everyone else tied in with you at the same time is a really fun idea, and I think that the Jeff Dojo does it well. 6, 7, and 8, so we bring the total of 7. I would say both Skyrise Tower and the Steel Dungeon blow out the other dungeons by a lot. The layout of Skyrise Tower is incredibly fun, and I love the office aesthetic that Skyrise Tower gives off. The pacing is also really good too, with mini bosses at certain checkpoints, tons of guns to play around with, and Huey as a final boss. I like Huey's quirk of being immune to guns, considering the amount of guns that are present in Skyrise Tower. This is a huge nerf to them. To me, this is what peak Right to Fight looks like, and I have played this probably 20 times at this point, and it's still a refreshing dungeon to play. 8, 8, and 8, giving a total of 8 out of 10. Well, at this point, if you make it this far into the video, you already know what's number 1, the Steel Dungeon. It is my favorite dungeon in this game, and probably most likely yours too. It's the only dungeon that has a cutscene, the elevator that takes you down, and the factory theme of this dungeon is very well executed. Possibly the most decorated dungeon in this entire game. It shows the hot volcano lava, the conveyor belts, the brick walls, the uniforms. This is the most advanced and longest dungeon in the game, and with the final Vulcan boss, it jam-packs everything that we love about Right to Fight into a simple 30-minute experience. To boil it down, it's honestly just good, and I have no criticisms for it. However, I don't think the Steel Dungeon is really what Right to Fight is capable of. I don't think that Right to Fight has been really pushed to its limits just yet. So for now, it holds the top spot, but I wouldn't say that it will be there forever. It will be nice if the new dungeons that come after this top Steel Dungeon, as it will be a banger. But for now, for 0.2.3, it takes the top spot, 989. So yeah, that's about it for this video. Make your own list in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is going to be my last Right to Fight video until an update comes along. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.